Hello everyone, here we are again, season 4, Tipsy Realtor, myself, Victoria, Anna, and we are all here to show you how to make a Tokyo Cosmo, which actually looks like a super cool drink, and to talk about out-of-country buyers. We are going to preface today's show with, when we made the schedule for this year and put in out-of-country buyers, there was no talk of a foreign buyers ban, and it was not on the horizon. So, instead of talking about how being out of the country to buy a home, we were talking about why you can't and what the limitations are of the foreign buyers ban that went into effect in January of this year. But let's start with the fun stuff, which is the drink.
Looking forward to it.
So, this time we are starting with an empty cocktail shaker because we are going to throw in... We're going to muddle. We're throwing in 1 tablespoon of raspberry preserves. I'm throwing in a couple of extra frozen raspberries just because I like the raspberry taste. We're going to throw in 4 or so ever many pink peppercorns. And pink peppercorns you can actually find at Bulk Barn, which I was super shocked. I thought I was going to have to go to the spice market, but Bulk Barn, pink peppercorns. So who knew? Then you're going to take your muddler, and I'm always making sure that I'm breaking apart these pink peppercorns because the flavor that they're going to release into the drink is definitely something that you want to make sure that you've got in there and that you've got the release of that kind of sweet spice that's going to go along with this Tokyo Cosmo. So,
that is probably by far one of the coolest drinks we made. Like, you know, so exotic. I would say exotic.
Exotic, that's right.
Exotic.
So now we've done everything here, and we're going to throw in our lime juice, lemon juice, sorry, my apologies. We already squeezed our lemon. Then we're going to throw in sake, which is just Japanese rice wine.
This is a lemon one.
This is a lemon one, yeah. So they have a Japanese fruit, and it's YUZU. So I don't know how to say that, but it's a Japanese fruit. So this sake, yuzu, yeah. So this sake used that, which is why I made sure that I used that sake as part of the drink.
Okay. There you go.
So, but there is a bunch of different types of sake.
There is a logic to our madness.
Exactly. So we've thrown in all our alcohols, our sake, we used Grand Marnier. If you don't have sake, you can just use vodka. And then we're throwing in our ice cubes for the shaker. And, oh, there it is. Now, you're supposed to shake this until it's too cold for your hands to hold. But we're just going to shake it a fair amount and then for time and stuff like that.
That's right. Let's go. 1, 2. All depends how thirsty you are. If you have more patience of shaking.
All right. So now,
you got it.
We break it apart. We use our strainer, and you can double strain this if you want. I didn't bring my second strainer, but you can double strain it. And if you look and see like how beautiful, the nice beautiful pink, it looks like a very interesting drink.
It looks beautiful. I love the color.
And we're gonna garnish it with some more
pink peppercorns, and then some frozen strawberries. Raspberries. I'm using all the wrong words today.
All right. So we got peppercorns, raspberries, Grand Marnier, and sake.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Wow, this is really cool.
I like it. It's really good.
It does have a little bit different flavor. Like it does have something there that I don't recognize.
Yeah, like spices. Probably this is
the peppercorn.
The peppercorn.
The peppercorn. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not strong.
Like, the sake. Yeah, so it's very like kind of a puree base. So if you don't like that, you probably want to do the double strain.
Yeah. But it is
sour and spicy.
Sour and spicy. That's exactly what it is. Like sweet, sour, spicy. It's a very cool drink though.
It's good. Like I would say it's well balanced between sourness and sweetness. So it's not one or another. It's it has the tartness in it. My husband will say it's tart because he likes everything tart. I like it. I will highly recommend to try this one.
Agreed.
If you guys having like an exotic night or you want something raspberry based, sake based, anything like to entertain people in your home with something new. And also say it's quite refreshing.
And it's beautiful.
Like I think you can do the patio drink with this.
Oh yeah. What's funny about it though, this is definitely a patio drink, but I will say that this is dangerous because like you don't taste the alcohol whatsoever.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, it's not strong at all.
like you taste a different taste in it, the spice.
It does taste kind
But
of
you have to
exotic,
remember,
though.
so that just to like let's say people who never tried the pink peppercorns, it's not like a black pepper peppercorns. It's not the spicy ones.
No,
They
it's not
have
spicy.
more of aroma. They have differently subtle taste to
With
it.
cardamom a bit, something like that.
Yeah, not, but just not as strong.
Yeah.
And it has something to it, but it's not spicy. So if you like not spicy person, it's totally fine. Don't afraid to try it.
Absolutely. Very good, though. We're all just sitting here enjoying it. You know what's good when we're not even talking about the subject anymore.
I know. I wanted to like bite the pepper and see how it tastes.
I know. Go for it.
I did.
Did you? And
it's good.
There you go.
It's not. Yeah, it's crunchy. It has some sort of subtle, like I don't know, spice to it, but it's not. It's not hot.
I wonder what would happen if you added more of the pink peppercorns in and smushed them more.
It's gonna be more spicy.
Just a bit more spicy.
Yeah,
Very
it would
cool.
be that more flavor that will come through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I highly recommend.
If you have leftover sake, that's the drink to use it in.
Leftover sake.
Leftover
That's
sake.
impossible.
I would be like saying if you have like raspberry jam, like I know you.
Well, it's raspberry preserves, not jam.
Well, I think you can probably do it with jam. The reason they do preserves is because there is no
Sugar.
No, it's because there is no the bits from the raspberry.
Seeds.
The
small
seeds.
seeds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, it's like it's very. What do you think the raspberry preserve is made with?
Well, I thought it was made with raspberries, but I
Yeah,
feel like
but
there's
like,
still seeds in there.
There is there's some ingredients. Yeah. See, it says organic cane syrup.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but I think it's softer than
The jam.
what they do. They cook it differently. Anyway, let's not go into the preserves right now. Let's talk about the foreign buyers and who can buy what, who cannot buy something, and why we have foreign ban.
Yeah, so there is a great website that you can find with CMHC that will give you all your answers, and you can look into it.
And that's where majority of information actually comes from today.
And if you go for frequently asked question, you're gonna have all the answers you need about exceptions, about everything. So this ban.
So if you miss something, I mean, like there was so much, so we picked only the ones I think we work with the most.
Oh,
Yeah.
So this ban is enforced from the beginning of 2023. Is for 2 years. So the foreign buyers can't buy anything unless they have citizenship, PR card, or they exempt of the ban.
Actually, I'm going to correct you there. So the foreign buyers cannot buy a residential property, and there is a definition of what residential property is. It's a building with a 3 dwellings or less. So just so you guys know. So there is a particular, could be detached home, it could be condominium, but as long as it's used for residential purposes, that's what you cannot buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about exceptions because like I have a lot of clients from Ukraine, and it's the most common questions I've been asked is this Canada-Ukraine Emergency Authorization Travel Program is exemption? Yes, it is exemption, and you can find this information on the CMHC website. So the person who had the work permit with QIAT, the work QIAT on the bottom, and every Ukrainians who came here through this program, they do have it. So you can buy the house. The only one problem is the time frame. If you, for example, came like a month ago, you need to have, if you have 5% down, you need to have 1 year of credit history. If you have 10% down, you need to have half a year of credit history, unless you're buying for cash. If you're buying for cash, you can buy tomorrow. Basically.
Yeah, so basically you have to remember that if you even allow it, doesn't mean you have, like you can buy unless you have like a bag of cash to go and buy it.
A bag of cash.
Yeah, because when we're talking about mortgages,
you still have, if you planning to go through the mortgage institution and your lender, there will be parameters that you have to meet.
And know that when they're enforcing this, don't think that there's ways around it, because they will give up to a $10,000 fine to you and to anyone who helped you purchase it. So that's the real estate agents, the lawyers, everyone.
Mortgage broker.
Absolutely. So keep that in mind, that the industry is being fined as well. So we're going to be very cautious when we have questions about if you're a foreign buyer, to make sure that you comply with this act that's in place in Canada, because we're all going to get punished if you don't.
And we need to submit all necessary documents to the brokerage. that prove that we can actually sell to this person, that they are not banned.
Yeah, so the last thing you want to do is go through a process, give your initial deposit, and get caught in the end and lose your deposit. So so you need to be very careful and be very educated. If you're confused by CMHC site because there is a lot of information, you're welcome to give a call to any of us on the team, and we can go over the details, answer your questions. If we don't know the answers to the questions, we'll find them out or we'll send you to the right person.
But correct me if I'm wrong, the program doesn't stop you from buying a house anywhere in Canada. It limits it from major centers.
Metropolitan areas.
So
yes,
there are
I did not put that actually here, but there is a population restriction.
Yeah.
So yes, so if it's a small town, so they basically what the government is doing, they want to grow the smaller towns. So they say, hey, you can go and buy outside of main metropolitan. So
but when we're talking about main metropolitan, it's not just Calgary. It's like Calgary, Okotoks, Cochrane, Chestermere. So all this surroundings area, so it's been banned. But
so I would say what Innisfail, Sandry, I think on the map to buy.
Those you can buy in Lethbridge, I believe. Like
Lethbridge will be
banned as well.
Yeah, Medicine Hat.
I didn't put it, but there is actually a number of how many people. I think it was like 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Population. That's your restriction. Don't quote me on that because I didn't put it in front of us. But it was something like that.
So you can buy as a foreign buyer if you want to, as long as you're buying in specific areas. So you're not going to be buying close to Calgary. You're not going to be buying close to Red Deer. You're not going to be buying close to Edmonton or in those cities. But you can buy in the areas around it. You may be limited in cities like Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, Fort McMurray, all that kind of stuff. So you're buying in more of that smaller towns like Cardston, Innisfail, Carstairs, stuff like that.
Yeah, and if you guys interested, like some of the smaller towns, I would say number one, they are growing. They do have all the amenities that you need to, or they have amenities close by. And sometimes the drive from the smaller town into your main metropolitan area is not as scary as you think.
And this doesn't mean that you're buying your forever home there, right? Like
if you need a place to start and you need to start it now, there is an option.
Now, this foreign buyers ban is in effect for 2 years, so it will be till the start of 2025. They may or may not extend it in the year of 2025, so don't think that this is a guarantee that in 2 years it's gone. The government has the right to extend the foreign buyers ban if they think it will protect Canadians and keep inflation down.
But if you think about it, like for 2 years, you can actually apply for the documents. You can receive a PR. You can apply through a lot of different programs.
Permanent residence
express entry, like provincial, federal programs. And for these 2 years, you can receive the PR and you are free to buy wherever you want.
So while I was doing the notes today, I kind of come up to, because we never actually asked that question to ourselves, and I was reading an article that was posted by this corporate accountant, and then I actually went back to CMHC to find if that's true, and it is. So what non-Canadian buyers can buy is a commercial property. So if you buy in a shopping mall, you buy in a restaurant, you buy in a grocery store, some of the other ones were there. Basically anything that is not attached to any kind of residence, you can buy it. So it's an office tower, you can buy it. Also, what was really kind of interesting, if you buy with a purpose of development. So let's say you're an investor, you have a group of investors, you guys have a lot of money, you decide to build condominium in Calgary or develop a residential community. So with the purpose of development, you can actually buy that land and make sure that you develop that land and for the residential purposes. So as an investor or development builder opportunities there. If you want to own businesses in Canada, that opportunity is there. So I thought it was a really cool information because a lot of people may want to start kind of, the life. And again, don't quote on me on this because I'm not immigration specialist, but if you own business in Canada, to get your permanent residence card much easier.
Yeah, so a lot of times those are investment residences and stuff because we've been looking at them in other countries as well. So yeah, there's sometimes is like you invest into the country and therefore your investment into the country allows you to get a permanent residency card at a faster pace than not investing in the country.
That's right, because every country actually likes to have people that come and bring the money there, right?
Absolutely.
And let's mention the other two exemptions. So the students.
Yeah.
So if you're on student visa and if you on like temporary working visa, you still can buy.
Absolutely, but if you're a student, you can't buy over $500,000. So there is a limit to your purchase price, which $500,000 really is going to get you a condo or
nice condo townhouse maybe.
Yeah, and it's not gonna. So keep that in mind. You are limited.
But I think the idea is for the student to live close by to university or college. So you technically would buy a condo, not a house.
Yeah. So, and then of course the temporary residents working in Canada have to have 183 days or more of validity remaining on their work permit. So you have to make sure that that work permit is extended past that 183 days if you're to purchase there.
And and one more, you can when. Oh my god! I forgot how to talk. When you have not previously purchased any residential property.
True.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my god.
All right. But now that we can't talk, price time.
The sake is hitting. Okay, the price time. So here is a sample of what we are giving away next week. 2 of these ones. It's like super smart technology metal cup. It spins itself, so you put the ice in, and it just twirls on the flat surface.
Let's see if we can.
And keeps your drink extremely cold for a very long time. And also, the top here, you can put the straw through it to keep your drink nice. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's cleanable. But what it does is the top, it actually measures 1 ounce. So you don't need to have a shot glass. You're in nature, you're camping. You just grab a bottle and you like pour it to the top. That's 1 ounce.
And then you lift the top and it pours right into the cup.
That's right. And then you just like twirl it. It spins the ice, makes everything cold. You put the straw in and you enjoy it.
Yeah, and
you
it stirs
get
it
2
when you
of
turn
those.
it.
And it's super, and keeps drink super cold. Once we put ice here, and
what's the name of this? I should have learned. And it's also, just so you guys know, it's a Canadian product.
Yeah,
it's
Illumination Canada.
Yes, that's right. It's Illumination. It's an amazing product. They're very, very cool.
And heavy.
Yeah, and then you can also put your beer in there to keep it cold as well. So
there you go.
Lots of great ways to use it, but it is definitely something you're going to need.
So it's for you and your friends. So make sure you love our show. Tag your friend you want to share this cup with, or your partner. And
we're gonna have a prize draw next time, right?
Yes, next week. Next week we're gonna have spin the wheel, and like a 1% will win. But if you like our show, love our show, share our show, and tag our show more than once, your name will be entered more than once. Okay, what are we doing next week?
Next week, hang on, is Fuzzy Comfort.
Comfort.
So that one is actually about getting, and then we're going to talk about getting a home after a post-secondary education. Because a lot of times people, when they finish post-secondary, they've got all these student loans and all this other kind of stuff, and they don't have any kind of cash on hand. So we're going to teach you how to buy a house as soon as you're done university or college or technical school or whatever it is you attend, and how to deal with all those secondary or student loans and still qualify for a mortgage.
Yeah. Okay, super cool.
I will say this, which actually I had to giggle at. My son recently was doing a school project, and it was talking about loans, which of course I'm in there like a dirty shirt.
I can teach that class.
Exactly. And then he sat there, and one of the questions was, what is the best financial institution to borrow money from and why? And he wrote, my parents, because it's interest-free. And I'm like, okay,
this is smart.
I know. I was like, well, leave that, but then you need to answer it honestly, and it's not your parents.
That's right. So what was it?
Canadian lending, actually. Canadian lending had a really low interest rate, great payout, great penalty-free prepayment privileges.
But that's for student loans, right?
No, actually, well, they were just talking about loans in general. So we actually looked up and researched, of course, mortgages, right? Because you can use Rate Hub and all that kind of stuff to see where all the rates were. And so he put all that into his assignment.
Canadian
but
lending. Okay.
Canadian lending was
I'll
a
take
good
look
low
at that.
rate and really good prepayment privileges. And then we talked about how they could pay it off faster and how much interest they would save and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was right up my alley. I was like, I can help you with that.
Amazing. All right, so we'll talk about all that next week as well.
All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.